Hi friends, welcome to my channel Go Digital Get IT right here. So in this video, we'll try to learn about different operations which we can perform on strings. So we'll first begin with counting the length of a string. So I'll define a different string here. I will name it as str1, and let's say I define it as a stitch in time saves 9. Alright, now let's try to count the number of characters that I have in this particular string. In order to do that, I will use the function len or length. Now if I run this, it will print me the total number of alphabets or characters I have in this particular statement. Now you can take a pause, make sure that the number reflecting is making sense, and also keep in mind that each space is also considered as a character. So each space which is somewhere over here, so these are also considered as one character. Fair enough. Now, if I want to check the presence of a particular word in a sentence, or in other words, presence of a set of alphabets or characters in the larger string which I have. So for example, let's say I want to check if the word 9 is present in the string str1. So in order to do that, I will print 9 separated by quotes in str1, and I need to run this. So if 9 is present in the text str1, it will return me true, and if it is not present, it will return me false. For example, if I want to check if the word 8 is present in the string str1, I run this, I get a false. On the contrary, there is another term called not in. So the one that we just checked, if it checks if the word 9 is present in the text str1. However, if I run it in the contrary, if I say if print 9 not in str1, then it checks if the word is not present in the text, right? So let me quickly add the comment here. So it checks if the word 9 is not present in the text str1. So if I ask the question, is 9 not present in str1? The answer should be false, and that's exactly what I get. However, if I do the same operation for 8 and I ask the question, is 8 not present in str1? The answer is yes, it's not present in str1, and the output is true. All right, to proceed further, let's cover the next topic, which is to convert the case of a string. So I create another string here, and I define the text as this is an expensive book. Okay. Now let's say I want to convert all of them to a uppercase. So I see everything has been written in lowercase. So in order to convert this to an uppercase, I will write print str2 dot upper. Now this will print the entire text which I have saved in str2 in uppercase. Now let's say I save this uh, to another variable. I'll say str3 is equal to str2 dot upper. Now the content of str2 will be saved in str3 in uppercase. So let me print str3. So now str3 is completely in uppercase. Now let's say I want to convert it back to a lowercase. So I will write print str3 lower. So this will convert the text of str3 into lowercase. Right. So now let's say I want to convert only the first character of str2 to caps or uppercase and keep remaining everything in a lowercase. So in that case, I will use the function capitalize. So str2.capitalize will convert only the first character to uppercase and keep remaining everything in lowercase. Alright, thank you so much for being with me so far. If you're liking what we are learning, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel. This will encourage us to improve and upload further more such videos. Alright, so let's proceed. So let's say there is a character which has some leading white spaces and ends with some white space. So I'll create another string here and I will have a sentence. The weather is so nice today. Now if you observe here, I have some white spaces in the end, and I also have some white spaces in the beginning of the sentence. So let's say I want to get rid of them. I can do that by the function strip. So I'll write str4 dot strip strip and I'll give it the brackets. So now if I observe, the leading and the trailing white spaces are now gone. So in order to verify that, I can actually do that by taking the length of the string before and after the string. So I first write the length of the string before strip. This um, length function is what I will add. I'll write str4. And now I'll take the length of the string after I've done the split. So I'll change the before to after, and instead of just simply taking str4, I will pass the strip function over here. So now if I run this, I see that the length of the strip string before I do a strip is 34 and after the strip it's 30. So it removed the two added white spaces from the beginning and the two added white spaces from the end. Right? Now let's say I want to replace a character from this string with some other character. For example, let's say I want to replace um, the nice to very nice. The weather is very nice today, right? So let's say, or maybe I'll replace so with very. So instead of writing the weather is so nice today, I want to write the weather is very nice today. So in order to do that, I will write str4 dot replace, and the character which I want to replace, I'll first write those characters followed by the characters with which I want to replace. So now if I look at this, it tells me the weather is very nice today. Now no wonder I'm getting these white spaces because this strip output has not been saved back to str4. So str4 still has the white spaces. Now in order to do that, what I'll have to do is whatever is the output of this, again I need to pass one more strip function to it. Now that will strip the white spaces out of this. Now if I want to save this to another variable, I will just mention str5 is equal to str4.replace, replace so with very, and whatever is the output, strip that, which means remove the white spaces. Now if I run this, the value gets saved in str5, and let me print str5 now, and to verify the result I get what I wanted, right? Okay, so next we'll try to learn another very useful function, which is split. So I'll take the same string now, for example str5. Now I want to split the str5 based on the white spaces, which means every time it comes across a white space, that will be considered as a delimiter. Let's try to do that. So I write str5 dot split. Now if I look at the output, what I observe here is every time it comes across a white space, it considers that as a point of breaks, which means in this case it tries to split this particular string at every time it comes across a white space. So that's the output I get. I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 characters or 6 set of strings is what I get because it creates a breakpoint every time it comes across a space. Alright, now what if I want to have another character as a delimiter? Okay. So by default, it always takes space as the delimiter. Let's say I want to have something else apart from space as a delimiter. So I'll create another string. I'll name it as string 6. In this string, I have some a set of fruits. So apples, oranges, water, melon, berry, and what else? Banana. So I have some fruits and now I want to split these fruits based on colon. Instead of space, I want it to be split based on colon. So what I'll do is I'll write str6 dot split. Within the brackets, I will define my delimiter. So in this case, it's colon, right? There we go. So in this case, it's colon. So now, every time it comes across a colon, that's where it creates a barrier and creates one separate entity out of it. Okay, now we'll try to learn how we can concatenate two strings together. For example, I define a string A and I write hello. I define another string B and I write world. Basically, it's the same string which I had created earlier, but I have it in two different variables. So if I want to concatenate them, so I'll have to do print and I will write A plus B. Now observe here, it's a plus sign, but it will not perform any mathematical operation. Rather, it would just simply concatenate the two strings together. So now if I see, both the strings are being printed together. But I need to have some space in between the two words, right? In order to do that, I will write A plus, I'll give a space, and then I will write plus B. Now this should add a space between A and B, and then it should print it. This looks good to me. Thank you so much for watching this. Stay tuned for the next video. Thank you.